The date is April 27th. It's a Monday. Today's the first day of my 90-day fast. Last time I didn't record this. Hey, hi, Theo.
Hi.
Hi. This is 90 days, so we're looking at probably like June 27th. I should be back on social media. Hopefully by that time I have a lot more
No.
accomplished. I'm just making this because I don't want to be, I'm kind of like Blair Witching it right now because Lord knows I'm going to be, itching the first few days. It's like a withdrawal, guys. Like the first time I ever did one of these fasts, I, you're so silly. I, um, I withdrew like the first couple weeks. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mom.
Like it was hard. Like I was like sneaking
Mommy.
on my old MySpace, look at my new
Mommy.
MySpace. So I'm my old
Mommy.
MySpace. Lord, Facebook. Ooh. I was sneaking on my old Facebook to look at my new Facebook to see if anyone posts anything on my timeline. And then, like, the first couple weeks were rough. I'm going to let you know right now it was rough. So that's why I'm making this vlog right now. And I'm probably going to post it on the Paper Doll Houses thing. But it was like, oh my gosh, it was rough. But during that time, I remember detoxifying so much from my mind. Like, had way too much on my mind that I was hurting and healing from relationships, past, abusive relationships, past things. I wanted to kind of build myself and kind of reconnect with myself. And it was difficult because I so badly just wanted to be nosy and go on Facebook. And then that's when I realized that I was using Facebook to just be nosy and look at other people's stuff. And it was also it was an escape, so I wouldn't have to look at myself. That was an interesting process as well.
No. Can you
With
open the toy channel now?
in a second. So with this one, with this 90 days,
Can we open
I'm
the
going
toy
to,
channel?
I'm just letting you guys know my goals right now. It is to try to see if I can lose probably like another 2, 3 dress sizes. Uh, because that's, my last 90 days. I'm going to let you guys know right now. When you focus on yourself and you got nothing else to do, working out is fun because you got nothing else to do. I've been so lazy. I've been on Instagram and YouTube and I haven't been doing nothing. I used to get up every morning at 5 and do an hour workout, come home and do a night workout and do night yoga. I was dedicated. And then I became vegan and became lazy because I'm like, the vegan is just going to help me lose weight, which it did, but it didn't, it didn't help too much. So now I'm going to go back to it because we stuck in this, we're stuck in a lockdown. I'm stuck with 3 roommates that drive me insane every day. Anyway, with love, with love. But no, with the last fast, I was able to reconnect with myself. One of the things that I really loved that I discovered was meditation. Now, with meditation, it was something I always wanted to discover, and it was a self reflection of. I just started with something simple like a self reflection of my day. So it was
Yeah.
it was a self reflection like today you got up.
Today is
That was it. Because I was going through a depression, and like the next day was like, today you got up. Well, because, I took care of my kids, of course. But I'm talking about for myself, self care. So it's like, okay, today you got up, you took care of the kids, this and that. But then after a while, I was like, okay, that could be added to my accomplishment goals as well, too. So today I got up and I made the kids breakfast and I got the kids to brush their teeth and I got the kids dressed and washed up for the day. And I washed up and took a shower today, or I didn't, but I still got them together. So that was an accomplishment. They've had breakfast, they've had lunch, they've read some books, we played some music, and every single day gradually it changes to something different because my peace was my kids. And so then as time went on, I was still trying to fixate myself to the internet by like I couldn't go on Instagram or Facebook, but I was still on like Moco's face. Don't ask questions, just know I'm there. Don't look me up. I guess at the time I was looking for a friend to talk to because I had nobody. It was almost like I was stripped clean of friends, family. It was like I was really connecting with myself. Like it was a difficult, but that voice inside your head, the one that we fear, the one that we that voice is not just like your inner like that people say hear voices. You ever hear yourself say, "Ooh, I want another piece of cake. I shouldn't have that piece of cake." That's your inner self. That's the self part of you, your higher consciousness. That's your older sister, your older brother, your best friend. you know, that's what we seek for, right? Our best friend, the person that's going to tell us right from wrong. Originally, your best friend is your parents. I'm sorry for those that didn't grow up without parents, because you all know my story. Those that grew up with parents, those that grew up with sisters and brothers, some that are still alienated from their family, they don't have that best friend that they can depend on anymore, so we become codependent on social media to become that inner voice for ourselves. We'll go and I had macaroni and cheese and watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, and it feels good to us because when people like it, that's also gratification. Somebody's validating the fact that you had macaroni and cheese and watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, and it feels good. It feels good for anybody to validate your existence. That's just who we are as people. We're natural narcissists, but also at the same time, you know, it's the self reflection that needs to, and so during that time, I'm like, okay, well, I got to pick up a hobby. So exercising became my hobby. Singing a lot became my hobby. I went on TikTok. That's how I gathered that obsession, addiction, whatever you want to call it. I really love it. You guys should really go check it out. The artists, the children are the new wave of artists. Go check it out. Our children are our future. Go look at the art that they're producing right now. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh. Um, it's an expression. Everything that we do is based off of an expression. This is an expression. So now with this 90 days, I'm going to take you through my journey with me now. Instead, because last time I went through it by myself, you know, I had to figure it out. I came back to it. I felt stronger, fresher. When I got down to those 90 days and I was done, and I reinstalled Facebook and Instagram back in my post, for about 2 weeks, I still didn't have the urge to go on it. But then all of a sudden the addiction came back and I needed to be on every single moment. I needed to be on every 5 minutes. I just needed to be on. Like I needed to be on. I needed to see what other people were doing because it felt like if I saw what other people were doing, maybe I can either one, attach my life like theirs, two, I could either be just like them or be something similar to them or probably excel better than them or learn from them or whatever. But I became a sheeple to it again. And I kept telling myself I need 9 days, 9 days, 9 days, because I don't want it. 90 is so long when you think about it. 90 is a long number. You count to 90, you start counting right now. 1, 2, 3. I already got to 4, and I'm tired. 90 is long. So imagine doing 90 days. But like, it wasn't just in a minute. When I got my son wants to open up the box. When I got to, I want to say week 4. It's when because I didn't have access to Facebook, I had more access to things such as I found out resources for those who are on county because you know I'm nothing, not too far. I found before this pandemic, I found tickets to go to the zoo and for really cheap too. But that's because I didn't have anything else to do, so I was just cruising the internet, and you know, and that's how I found out access to the tickets because I wasn't focused on trying to get someone to validate my existence. I was too busy trying to validate my existence, so that's what I was doing. So I went to the zoo, and then when I took all the pictures, I'm like, where am I going to post these? And it was like, but where does it matter if I post these? It doesn't matter. Who needs to really validate the fact that I went to the zoo with my kids? Nobody. Nobody but me needs to know that I had that experience with my kids. Nobody but me and my kids need to know that I had that experience with my kids. And that was a beautiful moment within myself. I didn't need to share those pictures. That was a hard addiction for me too. The ability to not share my life with others just so they can validate who I am as a person because that was difficult as well. But I did it. And so now, you know, now we're on day 1. And I've had every urge to go check my Facebook. So I'm going to make this vlog instead so that way I become your best friend. Hopefully I can help you with this. When I put on Facebook, it was about a collective dark night of the soul. I was noticing that everybody was dealing with all this drama and the stress right now. I'm probably going to teach on the dark night of the soul. Probably put a lot more of these out. But with the dark night of the soul, I discovered so much about me that needed to be fixed. Like if I was attracting certain men to my life, I would look at their qualities that they held, and I didn't like it all. I'm gonna let you know right now. There's some men in my life. There's some qualities I don't like. But I'm like, ooh, 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 ooh. The lesson I learned was you are what you eat. You attract who you are. So the qualities about them that I didn't like negatively, I recognized that those are qualities that I held within myself. Because then I would go and take a mirror and I would put it up against them to me, and I'm like, ooh, oh, wait, do I do that? And then I have to reflect. That's that self-reflecting. That's that meditating time. I do that. I might not do it to the extreme that they do it at, but I do it to, I do it to a certain extreme myself. I don't need to carry on that trait. Lord knows I don't need to carry on that trait. If I'm trying to build up my masculine, my divine masculine, and I have my son I have to raise, and then how am I going to raise my son off of divine masculine when I'm taking lessons from men that are broken within themselves, and their lessons don't even stand stagnant within themselves? They give me lessons, but they don't take their lessons for themselves. So how do I go and teach my son how to do that? Does that make sense? So that was something I needed to fix within myself. I was eliminating bits and pieces of myself as the girl. I was breaking my girlhood down and building myself up into becoming a woman. And so then that's when I was losing the weight and taking care of myself, kind of going at that discovery. So now, I can feel myself slipping again. I haven't been working too much on this project. I haven't been doing too much on, what I'm supposed to be doing with my personal life. I'm not as far as I would like to be, but I know I can get there. So I'm going to be posting these every day for 90 days, and I want to just take you on my journey with me. Like I said, today's just day one. I'm going to go, probably not going to work out today, to work out tomorrow. Y'all will see. I'm making that a thing. Um, but I do have things I need to catch up with today, so that's what's going to happen. And one of the main things that I'm going to do is probably go back to clean eating. I've been a little bad. But I'm gonna try to. You look cute, my baby.
Zach.
Hi, but I look nice. Say hi. Okay, I'm getting my hair done this week. Don't mind this. Don't mind this. We all a work in progress in this house. We all work in progress. But no, like I said, we're that's what my goal is right now. Not just to build myself up for these 90 days, but I would like to build y'all up as well. I encourage you guys to unplug with me. Unplug with me. Go out, tell the friends, tell the church, tell everybody. I'm gonna unplug for 90 days. I'm gonna find me for 90 days because during this pandemic right now, what we don't need is to constantly be going on social media and hearing people talk about how bored they are, how destroyed they are, all the stuff that all the mixed messages that we're getting on social media. I'll just watch the news. Validate it for yourself because everybody will give you every different reference of how they're seeing this world right now, and it's either good or it's bad or it's too much. And right now, it's too much for me. And so this unplug. Take the time, get to know yourself. I think actually one thing that I actually learned also from that pandemic, not the pandemic, from my last 90-day fast is I have a love relationship with movies and I don't. Like I will take a day where I'll watch movies all day, and there's days where I just prefer meditation music. And that's because of that 90-day fast. All I wanted to do was just listen to meditation music and think. And like, not overthink, not, oh God, what did I do wrong? Oh God, what am I doing wrong? No, it was like, okay, girl, you got to stay, you did this. Like, I was giving myself praise reports every day at the end of the day, praise reports that I'm going to start doing with my kids. And that I encourage y'all to do at the end of your day and start doing with your kids. But I do it myself first and see how I felt. Girl, I'm so proud of you. You got up, you did this, you did that, girl. You are a G. You made dinner, you cleaned up the kitchen, you did laundry, you watched a movie, you watched 2 movies today. 2. You was lazy for 2 hours. I'm proud of you, girl. Like you did that. And now you return at the end of the night with your little, your little something. I know some moms, some dads, y'all either got something to smoke on, drink on, whatever. Just do what you need to do to make yourself relax. I'm not encouraging any bad habits. I'm just saying relax. You did your yoga. You did a downward facing dog, and you weren't able to do that before. I encouraged myself daily. I was my best friend. Like, I would make myself laugh, and I still make myself laugh. I think I'm the funniest freaking person in this whole room right now. Well, I think my kids are funny. My son is hilarious. But just, like, I became my best friend. Like, I would talk to myself. Like, girl, we are not doing this right. I know. Like Deadpool. Y'all think Deadpool is crazy. He got 2 different voices. His rhyme and his reason. Like, he got 2 different voices. But that's exactly how I see it. It's my rhyme, my silly self. Let's go do something stupid. My responsible self. Don't do that to yourself. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you? Don't do that to yourself. So, like,
You make a burrito?
I do. Go play. And, now with this, I'm going to help you guys with yours. Like I said, I want to just encourage you guys. I just want to encourage you while I encourage myself during these 90 days and try to make sure I don't relapse. It's an addiction. Validation is an addiction. Have a great day. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you can get updates on our daily vlogs. And make sure you can find out how to share your story on Paper Doll Houses today.